What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be showing how to make Jackie from Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. This is a really long tutorial, in case you didn't notice. And I have vibrant visuals on, because funny. This statue is by far the biggest I have made in size, as you can see from everything around it. The only one that's even close is Frankie, and Frankie's like 10 blocks shorter still. But, yeah, here she is in all of her mimicry. And, yeah, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Wow, it looks like her head is a giant light bulb. Alrighty, so here are all the materials we need for this build, I think. Actually, add stripped pale oak wood and pale oak slabs to that, and that should be everything. There's so many materials, I don't know. Also, cobbled deep slate walls. Wow, I just forgot everything. That's good to know. Anyway, the space for me for this is a 60 by 37, and the materials you'll be needing to start off are as follows. Yellow terracotta, blue concrete powder, dark oak signs, bamboo signs, mangrove planks, mangrove slabs, and I feel like that's everything. Well, we'll go birch stairs, and I guess black concrete. So we're going to start with the box and get it just entirely done. So starting from the front left hand corner of your 60 by 37 grid golf if you made it, you want to start by counting to the right by 13. And then back by 1, and to the right you want to place a total of 35 yellow terracotta extending over. This box is a square and each side is the same, so I would honestly recommend just building one and structure blocking it. I mention that now because I just do feel like it's probably a good time to do so. The next thing you want to do is extend the box each end yellow terracotta up by 25. That's not 25, there we go. I counted that weird, I'll count this one better. You should have this. We'll make sure that's correct as we build up rather than just connecting now. So if you start from both sides, you want to take both bottom corners and extend in with 4 yellow terracotta, which is just going to be, you know, sideways. You'll then go up diagonally in by 1, in by 2, up diagonally in by 3, up by 2, up diagonally in by 1, up by 3, and then you'll connect those top blocks there together with yellow terracotta. Just like so. From that point, you'll actually extend these yellow corners just here up with an additional 14 yellow terracotta. And that should make everything in line at the top here, which means that we were correct. Just like so. I will connect these top yellow terracottas together now. I think it's a good time to do that. And yeah. That's the rough shaping of everything. Without the fancy stuff. So in the 2 top corners, you want to place just a yellow terracotta extending inwards. Just like, oh my goodness. Just, you know, in this top corner, like so. You'll then go down from it with a blue concrete and then another yellow terracotta. Extend those yellows in by 1, like so. And then from there, you'll go down by 5. Down diagonally out by 1. So you're against the pillars again, and then down by 1. So you should have this little, like, squiggly line almost. It'll get somewhere, I swear. I know it looks weird right now. Extend that bottom yellow on both sides in by 2. Then go up diagonally in 1. In 1. Then up diagonally in by 4. Up by 1. Up diagonally in 1. Up by 2. Then out by 1. Down diagonally out by 1. Out by 5. And then you'll end up connecting up by 1 back into the top. Whoopsies, I did that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there you go. You should have these, basically. From the first and third 1 diagonals here on this kind of outer side, you're going to go up diagonally out just by 3, probably, and you should end up connecting into the other yellow like so. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like so. I'm going to actually take these bottom yellows and extend them, or I guess these, like, the first diagonals you would have placed on these rows and extend them kind of in with a yellow like this, or almost connect to a corner so it squares it off a little bit more. Within those particular circles, you want to place blue concrete. Leave everything outside of them alone, just these 2 ones on either top side. Hopefully it'll make more sense as we go along further. I know this part's a little odd, but yeah. A lot of little details. Nice. What we can do is we can fill a couple other things. This top center rectangle also wants to be blue concrete. And the remainder of the left and right portions want to be blue concrete powder. Leave the bottom center open because we have more to deal with pattern-wise there. But yeah. So for the box, I will say this. I know some of you won't probably find this ideal, but I'm going to explain how to structure block these sides rather than recreating them each time. Because you figure if this takes 10 minutes to do a side, that's 40 minutes of box right there. And that's just not really something I particularly... Plus, I guess the lid, so probably 50 minutes of box. So yeah, I'll explain how to, and I'll also give alternatives if need be as to how you can copy it easily or whatever. Really, the only alternative is just rewatching the same part, but I will give you the framework at least, so things make a little bit more sense. But yeah, I haven't even filmed the center yet, that's great. This is a lot of just small details. So this, you know, the old hour and a half, 2 hour statue tutorial, my favorite. Might not be that long, I don't know. I would presume somewhere in that range, but what do I know anyway? Anyway, you should end up with this. We can focus on the bottom center now. I think that makes some bit of sense. So we're actually going to start with the top here and just work our way down with the circles. If you take the top line of yellow here, I guess not the top one, but the one below this blue concrete rectangle, you'll place a yellow terracotta in either top corner. Extend either side down diagonally in by 3. And then you'll just connect together. Take the center of that row of 5 and just extend it up with yellow, which will give you almost looks like a pretzel. The top yellow there, you'll extend left and right by 3. And the center one, you'll extend left and right by 1. If you take this row of 5 yellow again, you'll take not the center one, but the one off either side of the center and extend it all the way down with a yellow terracotta. I'll then take this row of 5 again, and I'll go down diagonally out from either side of it by 1. Then out 1. then down diagonally out by 3. You will touch the yellow on the sides of you, kind of on the corners, which is fine. Then you'll go down 1, and then down diagonally out by 1 again. I'm going to take the center of this, and just outside of these 2 vertical pillars of yellow terracotta, I'll place just another one on the corners there. I'll then extend up by 1, and this top one you'll bring out up diagonally out by what should be 2, and it'll connect diagonally into the circle. I'll also take this bottom yellow that I brought up by 1 originally, and I'll bring it out by 1 and do the same thing where you just go up diagonally out by 2 again, and it should connect again to stuff. In addition, on the row we just made, you can either take the second yellow diagonal of this little 4 row here, or alternatively this row of 2 on the side, the bottom one, and you really just want to place 2 yellow between the 2 blocks I mentioned, and it'll kind of give you this. The remainder of this bottom section you will fill in with blue concrete. And yeah. Then we have some signs to place. The signs are what makes structure blocking this a little bit difficult, but I'll try to explain it the best that I can to refrain from any sort of alternative. But depends. It should look like this. Now, we have not many bamboo signs, but we have a lot of dark oak signs. You want to take this bottom center area here, and you should have these almost triangles kind of that form of blue concrete in the bottom circle at the top here. You have this extra blue there. I guess if you basically take this row of 5 and take the outer edges of it, you'll count down by 2 and out by 1, and on this blue concrete on both sides, you should place a bamboo sign. So again, down 2, out 1, bamboo sign. In addition, this singular, like, blue concrete here, it's basically just kind of out diagonally from it. It will be a little right angle of yellow terracotta here, almost surrounding it on the bottom, and I guess right on this side, but to be left on the other. You'll place it, I guess actually both sides technically, because it is kind of this shape, but you'll place a bamboo sign on that singular blue. You can kind of see where that is positioned from the previous sign. The other signs are fairly easier, including the other bamboos. You want to take the top corner yellow terracotta, not actually the very top one, but at the, like, these circles on the top corners of the box. You'll take this yellow that sticks in and place a bamboo sign on it. Nice. On the actual kind of outer edge of the circle, you'll take not this row of 3, it'll be the row of 2 before the 1 diagonals here, and the outermost one, which would be furthest away from the center of the, I guess, the 1 diagonals themselves. You'll place a bamboo sign on the blue concrete just inside, and you see it is basically on both parts, which is the top and bottom, like so. And so again, I guess if I take this yellow, I'll count out by 2, bamboo. Take this yellow, count up 2, bamboo sign. You should end up with this. Now, for the dark oak signs, I have one suggestion. If you're on PC, I would just place one down and then get rid of your signs. And if you press Control and block pick, you'll get this sign with data, hopefully. If it doesn't work, this will take a little bit longer, but it's not a huge deal. Basically, what you want to do is on the blue concrete powder sections, you'll take the furthest out blue concrete powder, these like bottom corners, and place a dark oak sign on them. You're gonna leave gaps of 1, or basically every other block extending up along the side, you'll place these dark oak signs. Until you're not on blue concrete powder anymore. Nice. Again, just for the length of the blue concrete powder, you want to leave gaps of 3 going across from these signs, and on the 4th block, you're going to place another row of signs. And you're going to do this as many times as you need, for as long as you want. And if you hit these further rows and you see like, I can go up further here, then just keep going up with a couple more rows until you can't. And it'll look a little weird right now, but you'll see where it's going. It's going somewhere. That's, I guess, all I can say. Bear with me. It'll look like this, probably. Now, on the rows between those, the rows that we left open, Basically, if you take the center row of blue concrete powder between these signs, which would be this one, again, on the off rows, you want to place dark oak signs there. And essentially, it almost gives you these diagonals. That's one way to look at it, but it's... I guess if you were to take any sign, you'll go up 1 and over 2, up 1, over 2, up 1, over 2, and each... on the second block over on each one, you'll place a sign like so. And yeah, basically it's the same thing that we're doing, just that it shifted over to an up 1 as I would have, I guess, just mentioned. Not intentionally, but I would have mentioned. There was one right... Was there one there? Oh yeah, no, there would be one there, yeah. You might not even notice if you miss one, but it's not a huge deal regardless, and you kind of see it creates a pretty cool pattern, I would say. Looks like this. Nice. That is the front of the box done. Now, what will we get rid of? I guess either of the signs, it doesn't matter. And you want to get out a structure block. Now, the command is /give at /structure_block rather than void. I think we'll need voids in this build, actually. I feel like I use them. Anyway. So, what I'd recommend doing first is taking either, like, a corner of yellow terracotta and just extending them back by 34. And you can connect together at the back as well when you do that to just create a square. I'm not going to count it all because I know that it's correct because of the grid, but I would recommend at least counting these sides and just, you know, the back would be right if everything worked properly there. Nice. So if you are interested in the structure block method, find a corner and place a structure block. I know it's this corner, so I'm going to cheat here. If it is the same corner as me, perfect. If it's not, basically... You want to open the structure block and specifically look at the X and Z here. And the numbers are going to be 2 and 35. I don't know which is which. So the X will be 2 and the Z will be 35. And I'm actually going to lift it a block because I don't want it to take the grid. But I would recommend just putting it in line with the floor. And so you can see this. The signs don't appear, and I don't know why, but they're going to show up when you structure block it, I promise. So you basically want to encase the full thing. You want to see that it gets both the yellow terracotta sides and also the, you know, signs themselves. You may have to break into like a corner of yellow, and that's fine. The height should be, I think 26 would be for me since I'm up, but 27 for you if you go on the ground. And then just save it as whatever. I'll save it as G. And so you want to make sure, because I place a structure block on the outside, essentially whenever I do a structure block file, I want to make sure that the structure block, like if I were to place it here off of this yellow, and if I go into the load and do G again, because it'd be the same, you're going to be playing with the rotation. So the first one will be 90 probably. And yeah, you see here, I'm one row off the front and I go the full length of the yellow. And then if I load it, it might load this way or it might load the other way. If it loads the other way, just redo it with a rotation that is 180 degrees off of what you did. The sides will be 90 and 270, and the back will be 180, because you already have the front. And then for the back, again, it's the same thing. I'm going to basically go off the... Oh, no, I'll have to go into the yellow for this one and break it, and then I'll do G, and again, it's rotated 180, but because of that, it'll end up going over here. So you can kind of see how it works in general. And I think for this side, it's in again, except it's the front corner, actually. So it would be right here, I'll break G, and then this one would be 270, and you see that should give a finished box. If you can't do that or are having problems, just use the row of 35 and re-follow that part of the tutorial once or twice, or just even look across and be like, okay, I know that's what I'm looking at. But structure blocking it is so much easier. That looks kind of cool from above. But that's entirely up to you. Obviously, you can do it manually. Seeing as how that took 20 minutes, I mean, that's like 80 minutes down the drain right there. So, you know, there is that, I guess. From this point, you can take the sides of the box. And from the yellow terracotta, you're going to go up diagonally out with another row of yellow terracotta. It'll stay the same again for now. And this is just on the actual sides. This is where the box opens. So, you know, Jackie can come out, as you can see over there. From this point, this part's weird, but basically what you want to do is take the end yellow terracottas and extend them out by 2. I'll do this on just the front for both sides right now. and then I'll just replicate it on the back. The middle yellow you'll bring up by 1 out of those rows of 3. And then from this row of 3, this bottom one, you'll keep placing rows of 3 that are below it and shift it out by 1. And including the one you already have, you want 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You want 10 of these rows. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th. And after the 10th one, you'll bring the middle yellow terracotta down again. And if you actually trace this one, you'll see it lines up with this particular yellow on the box itself. It's just at the kind of bottom of this little circle wheel thing. And yeah, you want to do this again on all 4 corners. The 2 sides are a little different. One has the little bow tie and the other doesn't, because I guess that would just come off one side rather than splitting in half. I guess it looks better that way, yeah. And so for these I can just, you know, not even count and trace, but for this one I will have to count. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the actual one. And you'll notice if it's wrong, because the one side will very clearly be shorter or taller, depending on. But yeah, I think it's there. Oh, I'm 1 off, so it's here. Kind of just felt like not checking fully. Anyway, you should have this. The yellow... How do I explain this the best? The yellow, I guess, diagonals, you want to connect one more extending on the bottom side. So if I take this row of yellow, I'll go down diagonally out with another row of yellow terracotta. That should connect these kind of bottom diagonals. Like so. Nice. I'll then extend the yellows on the top and bottom of these like edges in by 1. I leave the middle open here. Whether or not you want to do the same is up to you, but I just have these edges, and yeah, it kind of looks like this from the inside. You'll have those like 1 diagonals. Again, I have it like that. I guess it kind of makes sense because of the like trimming of it for it to snap in, but I don't really know. I didn't think about it too hard. I just kind of built it. This was the last thing I did rather than the first like I am here, so yeah, that's also why it's so freaking big. Because I built Jackie's head first, which was comically large. And then nothing got smaller from there. As proportions generally work, I guess. Anyway, you should end up with this. On the left side, specifically, every single yellow terracotta bottom diagonal you'll connect together with blue concrete. Now, I'm going to start from the bottom here because I do want to show one thing. You see if I take these lower ones, you will go up diagonally left here and connect these with blue concrete, but the top ones you aren't connecting. It's really just the underside of all of these. And so, yeah, that'll give you 1/2 of the box. The other half has a little bit of a, like, chisel taken out of it almost. And I think this side has it added on as well, which we'll see in a minute. It's a little strange. This whole part is strange, to be fair. Getting the bow right. Oh, Lord, I'm so ready for this. No, actually, I'm not at all ready. Kind of hope the box ends up being half of this tutorial, just because if it's more than that, I'm going to go insane. Anyway, you should have this. On the left still, we can make the other part. So try to find the center of the box. And the center should be, if you use the side, you'll have like literally this little slit of blue concrete almost. And if I just trace it up, this should be the center here, this blue concrete. And if I'm on the fully lowest row, I'll go down diagonally left by 2 with yellow terracotta. I'll extend these 2 blocks, both forward and backward, by 3. And then underneath... Well, I guess we can do it this way instead. Oh yeah, no, underneath each yellow terracotta, you'll place a mangrove plank. It should be 2 rows of 7. Like so. These rows of 7 will extend up and to the right an additional, was that 5 times? Yes, an additional 5 times. So under the first 5 blue rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, you want specifically these rows of 7. I will instruct this part both times because this part gets really strange really quickly. The first row, we'll just go row by row, starting from the left. The center 5 mangrove planks have slabs under them. The next 4 have slabs under every single plank. So 1, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows. The next row, the mangrove planks extend out an additional 1 on either side, so forward and backward. And then the center 5 planks have slabs underneath. Next row, the planks will extend an additional 2 out on either side, and it'll be still the middle 5 with slabs. From this point, the bends of reality sort of kind of break. If you take the center, you'll extend the mangrove planks almost up the rest of the way. You're going to go just 3 more diagonals in the very center here. They'll get extended both forward and backward by 1. And underneath each of them, you'll place an upside down mangrove slab, which should give you 3. Off of this, like, mangrove plank here, this top one, you'll place an upside down mangrove slab to the right with a slab on top. Extend this slab both forward and backward by 1, and then this center slab will be brought right with a plank as well. We'll make it look less like a middle finger, I think. So both sides are symmetrical here, so we will do both at the same time. If you're looking at it, the end 2, well, I guess the end 3 mangrove plank should extend kind of up diagonally over with another plank row that also extends out an additional 1 like so. You'll place another row of 4 planks shifted up and out, like that, still along the blue concrete. And then underneath the center of each of the rows of 4, the center 2, you'll place upside down mangrove slabs. From the end 2 planks here, I'll place upside down mangrove slabs, just extending off of them, and then I'll bring them up with slabs, which will kind of give you this. And that is 1/2 of the little bow tie thing. Great news. Not actually. We have to do that again, just missing some of it. Now, if we head to the right side, instead of building in the gap, we're gonna just fill it all in and then break the gap. So again, the same thing, the bottom yellow terracottas are all getting connected together with blue concrete, and then this also from the end when you'll go up diagonally, right, with a row of blue concrete here. And yeah, 30 minutes of boxes. Almost, not yet. 27 right now of this particular clip, which would be the entire box and nothing else. Always good. You love to see that one. Anyway. You should end up with this. That's about as far as the similarities go, though. On the right side, you want to find the center again, which will be this notch. And if you trace it to the blue concrete here, you can be on the top one. This time you'll actually break it. That looks centered, yep. You'll then, as you should probably expect, break an additional 3 off either side. And then you'll break 2 more diagonals extending in. So 1 down diagonally left, and then 1 up diagonally left. Time to make the bow again. So, if you are on the underside of this, you don't want to take the first row of full blue concrete, but the next row. And you're going to place, I believe it is planks in the middle 9 blocks. So I'll just place these 7. And then I'll extend an additional 1 off either side, like so. Is it 5, not 7? Oh, that is 7. Never mind. I just am dumb. I'll talk about the gap here, not anything else. You'll place upside down slabs under the center 5. And then you'll copy that row going up diagonally right, but the planks specifically extend an additional row out on either side. You should know the drill. This is the same, although I'll go through it slowly again because this part is definitely weird. If you take the center of the mangrove planks, you'll kind of go just up diagonally right 3 times. You'll extend the planks either side by 1 and have upside down slabs under each center plank, along with right of the top one. Extend that slab up with or that upside down slab up with a regular slab, which is going to be brought forward and backward by 1. Center slab will be brought right with a plank as well. On the edges here, you want to take the final 3 mangrove planks and kind of just bring them up diagonally right a row. Extend out by 1. And then you'll have another row of mangrove planks shifted up and out a row. Nice. Underneath the center 2 mangrove planks on each row of 4, you'll place upside down mangrove slabs. On the end 2, you'll place upside down slabs off of these, which have also slabs on top. Which will give you the same thing again, except just half of it doesn't exist. On the sides, on the tops of the lids, we can make the hinges. So you'll leave, what is it? I'm going to say from the front specifically, which if you don't know which side the front is, good luck. If you're looking from the front, the left side should have the extra bit of the bow tie, like that. But if you leave the front 6 yellow terracotta open, 3, 4, 5, 6, you'll place 5 birch stairs facing over, like to the left from there. You'll then do gap of 1, 5 stairs, gap of 1, 5 stairs, gap of 1, 5 stairs, and you should end with 6 on that side. So again, other side, I guess it is same front and back. You'll leave a gap of 6 and then place 5 stairs, 1, 5 stairs, 1, 5 stairs, 1, 5 stairs, and then 6 at the back. Those are just the hinges. I couldn't quite make them perfect, but that is kind of what I at least would envision. You could technically make it just 1 full row of stairs like that, but it doesn't matter a ton. This part, it doesn't matter the specific length down you do this. However, do keep in mind that because of the fact that I'm going to be using a number off of this, it will kind of change what you end up having. So if you take the 4th row on the box inside, you want to fill it off with black concrete here. And it should be, I think, 33 by 33 space, if that's important. Not that that matters, but yeah. I say this matters because depending on if you go lower, I'll give you the number for the, like, I guess, kind of to the torso of Jackie, like the slinky she's attached to, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of like a weird little blue tube. Doesn't seem to have much correlation to anything. Other than the fact that's what she's connected to, but it doesn't feel very logical, I don't know. It almost makes her feel like a hand puppet more. Which is, I guess, half the point of half the things in the costume manner. But whatever. I didn't think about that one. I'm just here to state things that may or may not be true and that are observations. Whether or not they are linked to factual information in any way is not what I'm thinking about. But yeah. And then we can finally be working on the fun part, Lord. Except it won't start yet. Her head will probably be the fun one, I think. Like, arms won't be particularly fun. Body will be okay, and her little skirt won't be great. Because, well, it's not very little. I'll start with that one. I guess that's the first fact. But, yeah. Anyway, this should give you this. And yeah, that's the box done. Nice. That looks pretty cool, I guess. Although it's massive. It's like, it's larger than some of the little nightmare statues in height now that I'm seeing that. Well, actually, I think the chef is a little bit taller, but still, it should not be that close anyway. Alright, to start off on the actual clown herself, you want to get out the following. Blue wool. Smooth quartz blocks. Smooth quartz slabs. Mangrove planks. Mangrove slabs. Clay. It's in nature, right? Yeah. Red concrete. Mangrove stairs, I guess, will be helpful. And anything else? Not that I can immediately think of. No, we can maybe get out acacia planks to start our arms when we get there. So you want to find the direct center within this box. And so this shouldn't be exactly easy to find, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to kind of illustrate this better. So if I take the center of the front of the box, I'm going to just trace all the way up here. And on top of the black concrete, I'll just place a row going fully across of smooth quartz I'll use. And then on these sides here, it'll actually just be between these two hinges. I can place another row of quartz going across. And they should meet at a point. And you can look from above and kind of see that, yeah, that's 4 equal segments fairly clearly. This smooth quartz block in the very center or whatever you want to break. And moving up from this particular center block, you're going to place 9 blue wool. Just like that, and then you can destroy your placeholders. It's nice to start with the actual middle of it rather than anything else, because then we actually, we don't have to count over and do anything weird. But that row actually will never be seen because it'll be covered. So yeah. Extend the blue wool out on each side by 2, on just the bottom for now. And it'll give you a plus. The ends of those plus, you'll extend those blue wools off either direction by also just 1, and then you should kind of be given a wheel. And each of the outer blocks of the wheel you'll extend up by 8. Which should make it the same height as the other blue wool. That's the only really requirement. If it isn't 8, whatever. But yeah. And yeah. That'll give you her little noodle thing. I don't know. It's kind of like a noodle. Is it a noodle? No, it's not supposed to be, but whatever. Should look like that. So, from this point, you want to take the... This part's going to be fun. You want to take the, not the top blue wool, but the second one down on the ends of each side of the row of 3, and you want to place smooth quartz blocks. Do not connect them, do not do anything, just place a bunch of dots like this. We have to do this by row because it's weird, you'll see. You'll extend each of those blocks out with 2 slabs. If I can ever get there. It's a lot of blocks, so this will take a little while. Then you'll go down diagonally out with a block and out by 1. I'll just give you the full row, so that is a row of 2 after all is said and done there. Oh, okay. One moment. One moment, the second part. And then you'll just place 2 slabs off the ends of those. This goes out very far. Very far? Maybe Jackie's a fairy. Who knows? Then from there, you'll go down diagonally out with a mangrove plank, and this time out with an upside-down smooth quartz slab at the end. And yeah, I apologize, this might take a little while doing it this way, but I don't really think of any better way to do it that would make more sense than doing it row by row. Also, that sentence didn't make any sense, but whatever, that's not my problem. Cool. Between those, I will tell you this much. The one row between them, everything is shifted down half a block, except for, actually, never mind, there are no exceptions, just everything shifted down half a block. So where there's a mangrove plank, you'll place a mangrove slab. Where the upside down smooth quartz slabs is, you'll also place a slab. The one thing is, try to keep blocks where or try to basically not use upside down smooth quartz slabs, except for on the front when you need them, on the like very end rows like this. Obviously here you didn't need one, but like here I placed one specifically. It'll give you this kind of look from the underside, but it'll be helpful later when we fill the underside of it. I made that mistake on the original of not doing it in the correct order, and it just screwed up everything there. So yeah. But hopefully this will make some sort of sense to you. This part is, I think, the weird part. It'll be the tedious, probably most tedious one, I would say, in the build. Hardest, I don't really know, but most tedious for sure. Especially because it's just 4 corners, the old fun game. So between these smooth quartz block diagonals here, you want to place another smooth quartz block like on the very top here, on those corner diagonals. And again, you'll extend it in each direction with 2 slabs. And hold on, can I actually give it to you that way? Kind of. So, well, I'll just explain one more basically. It'll be 2 slabs, then 2 blocks, then what was it? 3 slabs, and the bottom is the same here with the mangrove plank, and then it's actually a smooth quartz block rather than an upside down smooth quartz slab here, like this. There is one exception to this, however. I'll explain this a little bit more again because I realized that was terrible. The out of this first row of 2 smooth quartz, I guess the only one actually, the outermost block is a mangrove plank. So if I were to take this block here, I'll go 2 slabs, down diagonally, out with a block, out with a mangrove plank, out with 3 slabs, down diagonally, out with a mangrove plank, and then out with a smooth quartz block. And it should kind of give you an M on the actual ridge end here. And yeah, I would just look at the previous area and kind of compare. Just basically, because I know what's ahead, it's easier for me to like think about it, but it stays in for a row until the end where it flattens, because it goes in a row on the next part, which is why we have blocks there. I guess that's the only thing that really I should particularly point out. Okay. Didn't want that anyway. And then I think this is the last row. Yeah. Nice. They look like bowling pins. Kind of. Not really, but like I see the resemblance at least. So I kind of want to go around in a circle for a little bit here because it's a lot of 1 diagonals at this point. Between these smooth quartz slabs, this next row down, you're just going to, again, place a slab in each corner to create a diagonal. And this will just eliminate some rows as we go down. The next one, you'll take these smooth quartz blocks and, again, just bring them diagonally in, and they should connect. The mangrove planks are a weird case, though. Nice. So for the mangrove planks, you'll extend them in with a smooth quartz slab, like this. I'll do one side at a time. Then basically connect them into the smooth quartz blocks, also with a smooth quartz slab. Then kind of go out towards you with a smooth quartz block from there. And in the 1 block you're left, this hole you should have is a mangrove plank. I know that was kind of weird. Basically, if I take this mangrove plank, I'll extend a slab to the right, then back, right? Because this is the front. Oh, that's actually the back. Whatever. Then it still is back, technically. Then right with a smooth quartz, back with a mangrove plank, right with a smooth quartz, back with a slab, and then right with a slab. I guess the other way you could do it is place a mangrove block in the inner corner here, smooth quartz off either side, slab off either side from there, and then slabs off the mangrove planks. Something like that. Other thing I will mention is the smooth quartzes on the outside of the mangrove planks will actually have a right angle, so you'll just kind of place another block in the corner. Sometimes with Belore for some reason. Even though I haven't made a Belore statue, but whatever. These smooth quartz slab rows of 2. You want to, from the respective side that they are on, you want to extend them out by 1, so for here it's right. Then toward me by 2. And then out of that row of 3, the center I will extend out by 1 again, which is right. Not really complicated. So out... It's like a little zigzag, I guess. Out 1, towards you 2, and then the center will be brought out by 1 as well. And this will help us for the next step as well. Those slabs should also connect at a diagonal angle. That's kind of where we're going. Just kind of connect them diagonally. Leave these open. There's a reason they're open. It's not a good one, but there's a reason. Oh my god. I was about to say I have to sneeze, and then it beat me to it. You should have this. What we can do is I want to take specifically the mangrove planks on the outside here, and we're going to deal with these, and then we can kind of just fill in almost between everything with smooth quartz. So from the mangrove planks here, you want to go back diagonally out with a mangrove slab. And you want to do the same if you look at each side from like the, I guess, side of the side profile or the front or back, whatever. Basically looking at these smooth quartz here on the end. You'll then go out with a mangrove plank. What's this, like 8 times? Yeah, because 4 sides and then 2 on each side, so that's it. Then back diagonally out with another plank. Hopefully this is somewhat manageable. Again, I apologize. It's like... doing it row by row would have kind of made sense, but also it would have taken forever. So I'm trying to speed it up while also still making it understandable to some capacity. You'll then go out with a mangrove slab, and you should end up, when you place these, having a like 1 block gap between them. You'll see the diagonal almost. We won't fill it yet though. But from that point, you'll just go kind of diagonally in with a mangrove plank, and again, it should connect everything together. And then it'll get weird from here, I think. Well, not yet. If you look from above, all the gaps you want to fill in with smooth quartz blocks in line with the mangrove planks or slabs. Like, that is going to be annoying to fill there. Essentially, when you fill it, you want to make sure you don't leave any extra blocks on the underside. And any gap like this, just fill in with smooth quartz by bringing a block down. That's fine. But yeah, it's more important later or in a second as to why we do that. By not having any extra blocks. But again, do make sure you have the extra block there, because we don't like gaps in our skirts. Not that I'm wearing a skirt generally, but I mean, I guess you never know. Anyway, it should look like this. On the outside of each... Well, I guess I can't really say that. I wish I could, but I can't. Basically on the outside of the... Well, I guess we can, yeah. Off the outside of each mangrove thing, you want to place a slab in line with the top half of it. And if you have like a corner like here, basically, where there's two, always go up rather than down. Well, I guess kind of. Really, it's just that part particularly. It should almost be a pattern of 1 down, 2 up, 1 down, 2 up. So like you see here, it's 1 down, 2 up, 1 down, 2 up, 1 down, 2 up, 1 down. And yeah, it should give you this. That's the finished design from above. The underside or the actual thing isn't finished though. A full blocks gap below this, you want to copy the same line. And this includes where we already have the blocks here. So basically with these blocks, you'll bring them down by 1 and then just in with a slab, and then you'll go down diagonally in with an upside down slab where you need. But yeah, basically you want a full block gap between you and the previous slabs at all times. These will be very annoying to place. Just kind of... Oops, that shouldn't actually be there because it should be there, yeah. Kind of try to follow it the best. It's on a nice spot to where you can... You don't have to worry about basically them turning into full blocks, so that does help you a little bit. But with that being said, it is still annoying. Boop, boop, boop. And then it's down, then up, then down. And yeah, whole lot of this. This part is probably the weirder of the ways this pattern works. This pattern works technically 3 different ways on this build. It's like a, almost like a loopy pattern where her... You can almost see where the, I guess, like, dress or skirt or other parts, the hat, I guess, folds over. This one's just weird because I had to keep the actual shaping of every other part of it right as well. Like with the hat and stuff, I don't have to worry about that as much. Anyway, we're almost there, I think. That's just the last corner here. Statues are not for the faint of heart. Again, not something I think about when building them, like tutorializing them. I'm just trying to make them look good, and then the tutorials, I'll worry about that part later, you know? Anyway, it should look like this. There's a couple spots where we either need to break things or just turn slabs into blocks. So if you take the... From the... This is kind of like heart shape here we have on the sides. You want to take the... 3rd slab over. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and just connect these together with a block on each part. The other thing is actually breaking because of something, but yeah, it's not a huge ordeal, I don't think. Yeah, on the direct center where you have this center mangrove plank, if you actually get rid of your blue wool and get out smooth quartz stairs, you basically want to place upside down smooth quartz stairs off of that mangrove plank that face away from it. And where these slabs are at the bottom. Here you'll do the same thing with smooth quartz stairs that are not upside down, and they should face the same way and everything, which will look like this, kind of. Nice. And yeah, you'll do that on each of the 4 corners. Wow, this tutorial is going to be way longer than I thought. I'm glad I picked a day that I didn't really feel like recording 2 things anyway, so that always helps me. But I did start later than normal, which kind of sucks in this context, because I would love to been done at like normal time. But oh well. So yeah, it should look like this. The mangrove, you want to almost flatten off. Now, when I say flatten off, I mean you want to bring basically each mangrove thing just down with a plank here. And it'll bring it level with some parts and higher than some parts. Which is precisely what you want, yes. So yeah, it should look like this. The underside originally, I smoothed it to basically recreate the actual circles themselves. It's kind of hard to pinpoint them because of the way we have this. I think maybe what I'll do here is place upside down smooth quartz slabs under each slab, basically. And, well, I guess kind of in 2 layers. So I want to place this lower level. And also under the mangrove as well. And then just like... we can take off that part where it kind of diagonal, or where the diagonal is. And I guess even take off like just the first row around here. Of all the 1 diagonals and stuff. And just to kind of give it a smoother overall area. So I'll kind of do it like this. I'm not doing this perfect because the way I did it originally was kind of lazy, and I want to give you a different idea. So like maybe everything outside of that area I'll fill, and maybe even I'll take these edges and I'll remove like another couple slabs to perfect it a little bit, and then that shows that, which is fine, I guess. I'm not really concerned about that. I guess you could lower it all half a block, so make all these slabs and then, or blocks, I mean, rather than upside down slabs. But again, I'm not entirely sure. I'm just like placing here. So that. Wait, what? 3, 2. 2 will be there. Okay, never mind. I just wasn't looking at it right. And yeah. It's kind of weird to like do it from the underside as well, because I just don't know what I'm looking at. There we go, and then this side, nice. And then maybe here I'll literally just place upside down slabs underneath the underside of this like center section, and that'll really be that. Not doing anything too crazy. I'm just, the thing that I'm trying to kind of figure out is how do you capture those ridges, right? Or those ripples, I guess. Kind of hard to from the underside, but yeah, I think that captures it better than I did originally. It's kind of messy, but like you could even make this an upside down slab or something. Play around with it, see what you think looks good. Again, I just had like a bunch of perfect circles, which I didn't really think would be better necessarily, but yeah, there you go. We can finally actually start working on something that won't take 15 years. I recommend you be from the front, and try to remember which side that is. Again, if you look to the left, you'll see the yellow terracotta sticking over there in the extra part of the bow. So, the center 3 rows should be the same. The only thing is that the center one is red concrete, while the sides don't, but that's not really important yet. You want to take these 3 blue wool and extend them up with 2 smooth quartz blocks each. You'll then go up diagonally forward, up 1, up diagonally forward. And then when I say red concrete, you want smooth quartz on the sides, but basically red concrete on the center, 2 smooth quartz off either side. Then a full row of smooth quartz, red in the center. 2 full rows of smooth quartz, red in the center. Smooth quartz slabs. Then you'll go back with blocks, up with slabs, back with blocks, up with slabs, back with 3 blocks, back with slabs, down with blocks, back with slabs, down with blocks, back with slabs, Then down by 7 with blocks. Okay, yeah, it was 7. Then down diagonally in by 1. Down a row. Down diagonally in 1 and down 1. And that should give you this shape from the side. Center of her body right there. Now, for the row off either side of that, directly on top of the rows of 3 blue wool, you'll place smooth quartz. And again, I'd recommend doing both sides at the same time. Front and back as well? Sure, maybe. Yeah, we can do front and back at the same time. Well, that's 4 then, so no. Well, you can either do front and back on one side at the same time or just one side at the same time. I guess one side makes more sense. You go up diagonally forward by 1 anyway. Up 1. Up diagonally forward 1. Up by 2. Forward with an upside down slab. Up with 3 blocks. Up with a slab. Back with a block. And then, hold on, this bow tie's in my way. And then up by a 2 with blocks. Then up diagonally in with a block. Oopsies. Up diagonally in with a slab. Back with a block. Back with a slab. Why did I say in? I meant back. Whatever. Then you'll go down diagonally back by 2 with blocks. Down 1. Down by another 1, actually. Back with a slab, then. Down with 3 blocks. Upside down slab. Forward with a block. Down by 2. Down diagonally forward, and then down 1. That's the smooth quartz part. There are 3 rows that contain clay. They aren't that bad, though. What I'm actually gonna, well, no, I guess we can't really do it that way. From either side, you want to take this bottom row of smooth quartz and go up diagonally out with a row of 3 clay. At the front, you'll go up by 1. This is the front, right? Yeah, okay. Up diagonally, forward 1. It's so hard to tell right now. Up 1. Up diagonally, forward 1. Then up by 4. Up diagonally, back by 1. Up 1. Up diagonally, back 1. Back by 2. Then down diagonally, back 1. Down 1. Down diagonally back by 1. Down by 4. Down diagonally forward 1. Down 1, and then down diagonally forward 1. Next row. You'll take the bottom center clay and go up diagonally out by 1. And then from this point, you want to go up diagonally forward by 2 on either side. Then up by 2. Up diagonally forward 1. Up 1. Up diagonally back by 1. Up 1. Then up diagonally back by 2. And that should actually reach the like middle of the shoulder blade. Then down diagonally back by 2. Down 1. Down diagonally back 1. Down 1. Down diagonally forward 1. Down 2, and then you'll go down diagonally forward 1 to connect back. And that almost looks like a diamond, but it's not quite. We're gonna start from the top this time. And if you take the very top clay diagonal, you want to go down diagonally out with a red concrete. You'll then extend it both forward and backward by 1. Then down diagonally, I guess out by 1 on both sides. We'll do both here since it's a square. Down by 2 with red still. Down diagonally, in by 1, and you'll connect together there. Just for fun, I'll fill in the middle of the red concrete with acacia planks. Just so we know that the arms start there. Not that they look like wheels, though. Yeah, whatever. Below the bottom row of red concrete, you'll place a full row of 3 clay. And then the center clay there will be brought down an additional 1. The rest of the sides you'll fill in with clay in line with the previous row. Which will give you the body complete, actually. Got a couple more things to do, though, with it. Again, this really reminds me of Ballora. I don't know why. I want to get the, like, shoulder blade things out of the way along with the bow tie. We'll do the shoulder blade things first, and then bow tie will be last. So, taking the sides. Is it symmetrical? Yes. You want to take the center red concrete on, again, all 4 sides, and you'll place an upside down smooth quartz slab off of it, extending either forward or backward. Extend up with a smooth quartz block. And then from there, you want to go out with an upside down smooth quartz slab, which will either be left or right. From there, you'll go up with a mangrove slab. And then from there, you'll go in with a smooth quartz block, which is forward or backward. Then out, which is left or right, with an upside down smooth quartz slab. Up with a mangrove slab. There should be a little bit of a pattern here. In with a smooth quartz block, which is either forward or backward. Out with an upside down smooth quartz slab, which is either left or right. Up with a mangrove slab, and then you'll connect them together. From this point off of the center mangrove slab, you'll go in with a smooth quartz slab, which is either left or right. And then down diagonally in with a smooth quartz block. Both in front of and behind that smooth quartz block, you'll place a smooth quartz slab with an upside down smooth quartz slab below it. I'm going to place the upside down one first, which is just going to be off the top of these red concretes here. And yeah. The other thing you can do is if you take this row of, I guess the middle mangrove slab row here, just on this red concrete, you'll place a smooth quartz slab, which should be inside of the row I just mentioned. Hence why I mentioned it, and then I realized I really technically didn't need to. Maybe the bow tie will make this look less Ballora-like. I don't know. So in the very center here, you want to be on top of the smooth quartz slab just above the, center of red concrete. You want to place a mangrove stair facing forward. Above it, an upside down mangrove stair also facing forward. Off the sides of the bottom one, you'll place upside down mangrove stairs facing away from it, and from the top one, you'll place the right side upstairs facing the same way, which will almost look like a giant button. It's not a button, though. Off the sides of these top stairs here, you want to place more upside down mangrove stairs facing forward, like so. You'll probably need placeholders for that. You'll then extend out with a mangrove stair facing out, and then a mangrove slab from there. Below this mangrove slab, you'll place an upside down mangrove stair facing forward. Outside of it, you want a mangrove plank, and inside of it, you want a mangrove stair facing forward, which should be regular. I think all stairs from this point face forward. Nope, I lied, but most of them do. I'll specify if it doesn't. You'll take the outermost mangrove planks here and extend them down by 1, then in by 1, in with an upside down mangrove stair, and then in with a right side up mangrove stair. On top of that stair, you'll place a mangrove plank. From the outermost planks here, you want to go down with upside down mangrove stairs that'll face out this time. Left on the left side, right on the right side. In from those, you'll place mangrove stairs facing forward again. Then an upside down mangrove slab inside of that. Below these lowest stairs here, just kind of inside of the upside down ones, you'll place upside down mangrove slabs below them. And that's the bow tie. Now we can do the head, which is probably going to be the most interesting part. So you can clear your inventory and get out the following. Cobbled deep slate walls. Smooth basalt. Whoa. Smooth quartz blocks. Smooth quartz slabs. Smooth quartz stairs. Mangrove planks. Mangrove slabs. Mangrove stairs, maybe. And we'll go red concrete, I guess. We'll probably have to get rid of some stuff throughout this, because there's a lot of things that we need to be paying attention to. So starting from the top here, the very top center of Jackie's body, you want to extend up from this block width to smooth basalt. Extend that basalt back a row, and off the left and right, you'll just place cobbled deep set walls like so. On top of that full 3x2, you'll place smooth quartz blocks just like so. Off of the front, you want to extend the middle smooth quartz block specifically forward by 4. You'll then go up with a red concrete. Extend this red concrete left and right by 1. Then you'll go back diagonally out by 1 from there on these sides. So we're going to do this symmetrically again. You'll then go up diagonally out by 1. Back diagonally out by 1. Then back diagonally out again, this time with a smooth quartz block. Up with 3 red concrete. Then I'm gonna say up with a red concrete again, actually, but you can't see that one. In with a red. In with a smooth quartz. You'll extend it forward 1. Then go down with a red. Forward 1. In 1. Forward with an upside down smooth quartz slab. Connect those slabs together with smooth quartz blocks, and under those 3 blocks, you'll place red concrete again. And that should be her mouth shape. It kind of doesn't look quite right without the rest of the face, but as the face kind of forms around it, it'll look better. You actually can get rid of your red concrete and get out prismarine brick stairs for like all of 2 seconds. And you want to take the top red concrete corners here of the mouth, and you'll place off of them upside down prismarine brick stairs facing inward like so. You'll then get rid of those and get out bamboo stairs, and off the next red concrete and you'll place upside down bamboo stairs facing forward, which should give you this. Now, it's time to start doing some of the face shaping, shall we? This will take a little while. If you take the front here of the mouth, you want to, on top of this row of 5, you want to just place a full row of smooth quartz, like so. You want to, on the left and the right, extend back diagonally out with a smooth quartz, which will be on this red concrete, and then bring that one up with a slab on either side. Extend in with a slab, and then in with a smooth quartz block. You'll extend those smooth quartz blocks there up by 5. And then place a slab on top. Extend back with a block. And then up diagonally back with a mangrove slab, which you can connect together in the middle there. And oh, that looks so dumb. I did not expect that. This row of mangrove slabs you'll extend off the left and the right by an additional 3 to give you a row of 9. We'll worry more about that part later once we actually get like the rest of the face shaping in. Get rid of the bamboo stair and get out prismarine brick slabs. And on top of the aforementioned bamboo stairs, you want to place prismarine brick slabs. Just outside of those, place smooth quartz slabs. Behind those, you'll place smooth quartz blocks. extend the blocks up by 4, up with a slab, in with a block, and up with a slab again. Then I guess in with a block from there because you might as well, and then extend those blocks in an additional one. In front of those 2 blocks there on either side, you'll place a slab in front of each with a block below those slabs. And that will end up giving you the shaping of the eyes. Again, it doesn't look quite right yet, but as things shape up, it'll kind of, I think, become more apparent. She looks so angry. From this point, we can do a little bit of the sides of the head. So if you actually take that row of smooth quartz on the far left and right here, this row, which is basically just whatever's on top of the red, you want to extend this back an additional 4 rows. The one thing I'm going to exclude is the smooth quartz slab on top. Because essentially, you have the hair that'll kind of go over there, so it'll cover it. What you can do from there is extend pretty much all of it that's behind the red concrete down by 2. I don't think any of that will need to be destroyed, but we'll see when we get to the inside of the head. I guess I can check. There might be like 1 block we'll have to destroy. Heading back to the front, there's one more detail we can really shape. Here, you'll take the upside down prismarine brick stair on either side and extend it out with a smooth quartz block. Extend that block down with an upside down slab. And then both the block and the upside down slab can be brought back by 2 with smooth quartz blocks. Behind the bottom block on either side, you'll place an upside down slab, and behind the top one, you'll place a regular slab. She needs her chin, that's what's missing here. We'll get there in a sec. From this point on the sides, we'll shape this row that we have here. You'll take the back row of smooth quartz, and from the bottom one, go down diagonally, forward 1, down 1, down diagonally, forward 1, and you should be able to connect forward. And then just fill in this little 2x2 you're left with. The next row, you want to take this red concrete diagonal, the outermost diagonal that is nothing below it. You want to actually place an upside down smooth quartz slab below it. You'll extend it back by 1, and then back with 2 upside down stairs that face out, then another upside down slab, up with a block, back with an upside down stair facing back, up with a block, back with an upside down slab, up with 2 blocks, back with a block, and then from there, you'll go up by 4. You do want to fill in a little gap here on either side with the smooth quartz. And between these 2 rows, you'll actually, instead of bringing this one up by 4 like you did there, you'll end up going up by 6. Which should be the same height as the previous row. If that's important in any way. The next row, you'll take the next red concrete diagonal in and place an upside down smooth quartz stair under it facing out. You'll then extend it back with 6 smooth quartz blocks. And then from there, you'll extend up by 1. Back with an upside down smooth quartz stair that should face outwards, so almost like it creates a corner with that stair on the previous row. Then up with a block. Back with an upside down slab. Whoopsies. Up by 2 with blocks. Then up diagonally, back with a block, and just up by 1. Next row will be this red concrete, and you want to start by placing an upside down smooth quartz slab below it on still both sides. We're almost there. Almost. Extend that slab back with 1 slab. That's upside down. Then 4 blocks. And then you'll go up diagonally back with a block. Back with an upside down slab. Up with a block. Up diagonally back one. Up one. And then up diagonally back again. As we shape this, you were kind of leaving the space for the hairs. You can kind of see it's getting lower as we go further. We actually have this section split in half, which is a little bit nice. So basically from this point, if you take the only 2 red concretes remaining, you'll place upside down smooth quartz slabs under them. Extend back with upside down stairs that face out, and then just connect back with 2 blocks, which should give you this. At the back, you will do as follows. You'll take each of these rows and extend back with 2 blocks. And then on the sides, you'll go up diagonally back with a block. 3 times, actually. So up diagonally back by 3. So you're there. Then up by 1. And then up diagonally back by 1 again. Pretty much what you're doing is you're sealing this together in the center row at the back. And below this bottom row of blocks, not the actual like full bottom, but this row of 3, you'll place an upside down smooth quartz slab here. You'll place a block below this next one. Next one, you'll do an upside down slab below, and then the top you'll leave. So it should kind of look like this. I placed the wrong thing. And yeah, that'll give you a fairly nicely curved head, at least from the back. Front is a little bit flat, but I generally make my faces flat on the statues just because it makes the detailing a lot easier. We can get the hair out of the way because I just want to do it. And also the hat simultaneously. So get rid of your prismarine brick slabs and get out bamboo stairs. And behind these center 3 mangrove slabs, you want to place bamboo stairs that all face to the left. Off the sides of that, you'll place 3 additional mangrove slabs extending out. And actually from both of these rows, you'll go down diagonally out with mangrove planks. From the back row, you'll go down with a mangrove plank. Out by 1. Down 1. Out with a slab, and then down with an upside down slab. Also, with the row that you just placed, I would actually just kind of fill behind this smooth quartz slab on either side with a mangrove plank, just to kind of fill that gap in so you don't have it. Oh, that looks so weird. The next row back, if you take the left side, basically behind the bamboo stairs is staying open. To the left of it, this slab, you want to place a bamboo stair behind it that faces backward. On the right side, you'll place a bamboo stair that faces forward behind it. Like so. Out from either of those, you'll place 3 mangrove slabs still, so it'll stick out an additional block. Then you'll go down with a plank, out with a slab, down with a plank, down diagonally out 1, then you'll go out 1, and then up diagonally out 1. Next row, you want to, from these bamboo stairs, you're going to go diagonally out again with a bamboo stair that'll face the same way as the previous one. So on the left it faces back, and on the right it faces forward. And then from there, you're going to place 2 mangrove slabs extending out on either side. You'll then go, same thing a little bit, you'll go down with a plank, out with a slab. This time, I would go down with a... down with an upside down slab, I believe? Yes, down with an upside down slab. And then out with a plank. Out with a slab. Then you're going to want to go down with a plank from it. And from that plank, you're going to go out with an upside down slab. Then from there, you'll go up with a plank and up with a slab. From the plank, you'll go out with an upside down slab. Then place a plank on top. From that plank, you'll go out with an upside down slab. Then up with an upside down bamboo stair that faces forward. And then you'll go up with a plank and slab of mangrove. And that's kind of the furthest out portion of the hair. Like so. And you can kind of see things are starting to shape a little bit more as we get further along here. That's really the rough part of the hair done. Most of the rest is fairly easy. What we'll actually do is, from here you'll take the bamboo stairs on either side, these outermost ones, and just extend them back by 2 with stairs facing the same direction. Just so we have the next row as well. But from this row you want to take, I guess, the first of the 2 stairs and bring it out with a singular slab. Down diagonally out with a plank. Then out with a slab. Down with a plank. Then out with a slab and down with an upside down slab. And I'm actually going to go on the underside here, and where you have this upside down slab, you'll end up having a gap here in the smooth quartz. I'm just going to turn it into a plank so that gap doesn't exist, and it also flattens the underside a little bit more. Next row back, you'll place a slab outside of these stairs. Then you'll go down with a plank. Out with a slab. Then down with a plank and down with an upside down slab. From this point, you want to take the bamboo stairs on the right, and you're going to go from this back one, back diagonally left with a bamboo stair facing to the right. And on the left, the stair will face also right? Apparently. Don't think that's supposed to be like that, but yes, it's also facing right. Which one would be wrong, then? I think this one would be wrong. Nope, actually, never mind that. It does and doesn't make sense. That's kind of where I'm a little bit confused, but... whatever. I don't know. I can't tell what would be wrong about it. But then from there, you want to go back diagonally in a row and place just a row of 3 bamboo stairs facing to the right. You can kind of see how they work, though, basically. I do feel like one of these 2, I think, is what's wrong. I think it's this one should face, like, left, and then that one would face back. But, that's how I have it, so. The next row back, though, this singular stair, you want to extend out with a slab. You'll then go down diagonally out with a plank. And then out with a slab. And you'll go down with 3 planks and down with an upside down slab. And you kind of see as we're going along, we're hitting the perfect, like, smooth quartz there. Sometimes we'll go a little further, obviously, but it's besides the point. This back row of stairs will go out on either side with 2 slabs. Down with a plank. Out with a slab. And then down with 5 planks and an upside down slab. From this point behind these back 3 stairs, I'm going to place mangrove slabs, and I'll also place a row of planks below it, which will extend off these sides by an additional 1. I'll then go out with a slab from there, and from the slabs, I want to go down with 6 planks and an upside down slab. And from the planks here inside of them, I'll go down by 7, just this first row. Like so. From there, I'm actually going to just take this row of smooth quartz, and I want to take the center of it and place a plank. Upside down slab either side. And I'll place 7 rows of planks on top of each thing. Or 7 planks, I guess, in general. And then a slab on top of the center one there. And that's Jackie's hair done, and her head shape also pretty much done. Nice. We do just have to do her eyes, mouth, and then I guess the hat, and also arms are still left, because why wouldn't they be? Oh yeah, and the nose. That might be what's making it look weird. We can do the nose really quick. If you take the top smooth quartz block here on this kind of center portion of the face, you want to place a mangrove plank. Extend it up one and then back one. And off the sides of the top mangrove plank row, you'll place mangrove stairs facing out. And from this bottom one, you'll place upside down mangrove stairs also facing out. Nice. You can clear your inventory and get out the following. Stripped pale oak wood. Pale oak slabs. Waxed oxidized cut copper stairs. Waxed oxidized copper trapdoors. Mangrove fence gates. Warped fence. Bamboo stairs. Bamboo trapdoors and mangrove trapdoors. First off, in the center of the head here, where you have the smooth quartz just between this row, you want to place stripped pale oak wood facing preferably upwards. And where these smooth quartz slabs are, you'll place a pale oak slab. And that'll connect your head nicely. I need water. For the eyes, you want to, underneath these kind of diagonals of smooth quartz, you want to place upside down waxed oxidized cut copper stairs facing inward. And then behind these prismarine brick slabs, you'll place the same. They're just not upside down. On the inside, you'll have them face outward instead. So you'll take this smooth quartz slab here just outside of the main 3 rows where you'll place the copper stair facing out. And then you'll place it upside down from the top here. The borders of the eyes, you want to basically make oxidized copper trapdoors. So I'll place one here at the top. And at the bottom, it's actually slabs. But, or a slab, I guess. But on the left and right here, if you just crouch and place trapdoors open against the either the smooth quartz or the what will soon be smooth quartz, then it'll give you kind of this. It'll look better when her eyes are actually in. It does look a little weird right now. From this point, just above the eyes on the inside, you'll place upside down bamboo stairs facing out with bamboo trapdoors outside of them, like so. Above both the bamboo trapdoor and the bamboo stair, you'll place a mangrove trapdoor just sitting on top. Above the outer waxed, whatever, bit copper stair here, you want to place a warp fence off this smooth quartz. On the smooth quartz, also directly outside of those stairs rather than above, you want to place mangrove fence gates that are just kind of there. Gap of one moving down and another mangrove fence gate will give you, I think, all of the eye details that we need. Before I forget, which is the only other thing we can do with this inventory set, the hat for the bamboo stairs. You want to place these same stairs, but they're upside down and they're facing the opposite way. So where they face right on the bottom, they'll face left on the top, basically. And, you know, vice versa or whatever. And yeah. This will give you a pretty cool looking effect, I would say. Almost gives you like a zigzag pattern with stairs. Should look like that. We'll probably build the hat. Not quite yet. Might do it before we do. No, actually, we'll just wait for it. That's fine. You want to get out the following now: white concrete, lime concrete, black concrete, waxed oxidized cut copper slabs, smooth quartz blocks, magenta, no, pink terracotta, I apologize, I thought it was magenta for some reason, smooth basalt, skeleton skulls, and just regular quartz slabs. Technically could still use smooth quartz if you wanted, but yeah, it's lame. So at the bottom of either of the eye sockets, just kind of inside of this prismarine brick slab, you'll place a waxed oxidized cut copper slab. If you head to the inside of the head, you want to just, I guess off the inside of the trapdoors here on either side, you'll place smooth quartz blocks, just so you don't see into the dark abyss. At the bottom and top rows of the eye sockets, you want to place white concrete just behind the copper whatever. It could be trapdoors, stairs, or slabs. And you see from the front, it'll look like this. It will be at a diagonal angle. Inside of the white concrete, you'll place a row of lime concrete that is the same. And you'll connect the lime at either side. The one block center and the center will be black concrete. And that'll be Jackie's face without any teeth. Maybe that'd be better. Maybe she doesn't need teeth. I think I'd rather prefer that. Thanks, game. Anyway, inside of her head. We're going to start from the bottom, and we're just going to kind of do rings, I think, or something of that like. You want to place 2 rows of pink terracotta behind the middle red concrete 3 here. You'll then go up diagonally back a row. Back with smooth basalt. Up diagonally back with smooth basalt. Up diagonally back with pink terracotta. Up a row. Up diagonally forward a row, and then you'll just bring it all the way to the front. Where you'll have the smooth chords visible from the inside of the front, you'll just place some extra pink terracotta. The bottom 3x2 here, you'll take the back row of pink terracotta and extend it on either side. Out 1, back 1, up diagonally back by 2, back 1, up diagonally back 1, and up 1. From there, if you take these red concretes just outside of the row we just made, you'll just go back with 4 pink terracotta. You'll then go up diagonally back by 2, and then up diagonally forward by 1. Next row out, if you take this red concrete, you'll extend it back with 1 singular pink terracotta. You'll then go up diagonally back 1, up 1, back 1, up 1. The little gaps you have behind this, you'll fill in with pink. This smooth quartz block here that is visible just behind this red concrete, you will be able to break and replace with a pink terracotta. You'll see it shouldn't reveal anything. If I break one more, that's like there, kind of. It's this block, I think, right here. But, yeah. And then basically in line with this center strip of pink terracotta, you'll just pretty much extend it out on the sides and fill in the top of the mouth with pink terracotta. I think this smooth quartz, yeah, if there's smooth quartz in your way, you can break them. Because we should have gotten the bad ones out of it. Could you even break these, actually? No, you couldn't. I was thinking that it would be behind the nose, but I guess not. While we're inside here, if you look back towards the front, why are they facing different? I did not do that. Whatever. Maybe I did do that. I feel like this game is gaslighting me now. The center 3 red concrete here, just place skeleton skulls facing back on. On the next diagonals over, you'll place skeleton skulls facing a little bit at an angle in, like so. Not exactly a full angle, but an angle nonetheless. And then you can edit the outside so we can place the rest without trapping ourselves inside. Off the left and right red concrete, you'll place upside down quartz slabs below. Same thing with the corner of these little right angle diagonals, just an upside down quartz slab there, and then same thing underneath the upside down bamboo slabs. Nice, that is Jackie's face and head done. We just have to do the party hat. For the party hat, you can come up to the top, and just inside of all the bamboo stairs, you want to fill with black concrete. And then I think you can kind of get more of a sense as to what this pattern kind of is doing. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but like if you look at Jack, you kind of can see what I'm trying to at least accomplish there. On top of that black concrete, you'll place smooth quartz blocks. And extend the center of each row of 3 up by 1. You'll then connect them diagonally to create the old diamond shape. And extend those inner diagonals you just placed up by 1. You'll then connect them together there to create a square, and the, I guess, center of each of the rows of 3 will be brought up by 1 again. You'll then place a smooth quartz up diagonally and to be the center. Kind of a tiny party hat, but it gets the job done. Clear your inventory and get out the following. Mangrove buttons, bamboo trapdoors, bamboo planks, yellow stained glass panes, bamboo slabs, acacia planks, blue wool, smooth quartz stairs, and we'll go smooth quartz blocks, I guess. Hopefully that'll get us most of everything else done. We'll be able to get the hands in at least. So on each side of the party hat, if you're looking at it directly, you want to, on the bottom row, take the left and right of the rows of 3 and place mangrove buttons off of them. And again, do this on each of the 4 sides. Next row up, it'll just be the one singular smooth quartz, kind of up diagonally and from the previous buttons. And then it'll be really the same thing. So this next row, it's a row of 3, so you'll place buttons off either side, and the next row is a singular one where you'll place a button in the center. Same kind of zigzag pattern. Just like so. Just like so. Extend the very top of the hat here up with a bamboo plank and then a bamboo slab. Extend the plank out in each direction with a plank except for on the corners. And off the top and bottom of these planks, you want to place bamboo trapdoors against them. Then in the corners between the planks, you'll place yellow stained glass panes, and that'll give you the Jackie head. And now she just needs her arms. She looks so sad. The arms are... how do I put this lightly? They're annoying. So, I'll do my best to explain them. We're going to do both sides simultaneously again, because I don't think I can stand explaining this twice. If you take the sides of the arm... well, actually, I'm going to take a cut, because we're 40 minutes into this clip. The statue's so long, but I can see the light. We're going to take each of the 3 rows of planks and extend this, I guess, 3 by 3 left a row. We'll go left by 2 rows, I lied, actually. Or out by 2 rows, rather. Left on the left, right on the right. Thankfully, forward and backward we don't have to do that with, because we're copying 2 rather than 1. Or 4 sides, I guess. You'll extend the outer row of planks down by 1 row as well. You'll place 2 more rows of 4 shifted down and out. So that's 1, and that is 2. These 4 by 3 squares. If you've built a statue from me before, you should kind of be familiar with this, I guess, way of going about it. From that point, the bottom 3 rows you'll extend to the right. Or I guess out, I should say, not right. I was on the right, so. And then from there, you want to extend this 3 by 3 out and forward a row this time. And also, you'll extend that down a row with planks still. Again, extend that row of 4 down and out with the same 4 by 3 or 3 by 4, whatever you want to call it. And then from that point, you want to extend it forward and out with the same 3 by 4. So when I say forward and out, I mean, you know, out is the direction we've been going, and then forward would be, you see how it basically is 1 row forward shifted. The front row, or yeah, in front of this, you'll bring the bottom 3 planks forward a row. Also, if you look at the underside of this, like, the row that we're on, the current Y level down here, if you take this row of 3, the back 2 planks, you actually do want to remove. Because we kind of have some weird angles on corners of arms and stuff. If you take the top here, you want to... out of these 3 rows left of the center one, you'll extend a row of 4 outwards. I said left there, but it is outwards. You'll then extend that forward, that row of 4, forward with how many rows of 3? 4 rows that are 3 tall, and you're taking the 1 off of the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. To the left of the Well, each of those 4 you'll extend out by 1, and then the front 2 you'll extend out an additional 1. So, again, basically this row of 4 stays put. These 3 rows or 4 rows of 3 will be brought right, or yeah, right on this side once, and then the front 2 will be brought right again. From this point, it should get a little bit simpler, I think. Let me not say that. You want to extend another 3x3 in front of this that is a 1 block taller. Sure. It works, honestly. It's not ideal or conventional, but it works. You'll then extend the top 3 rows of that forward an additional 1. And I'll step back and show you kind of what we have so far. If you don't have it exactly the same, that's fine. Just as long as you're getting the general shape of the arms, then it works. And then you can kind of look around and see, like, do these points need to be extended out to make it a little bit more uniform in its thickness? Then from that point, the left or outermost 2 rows will be extended forward with planks that are also an additional block taller. So it's a 2x4. Like you see here, I probably should have extended this out a row, but I just didn't for some reason. At least I think. No, maybe it is out a row. Maybe I'm lying. No, I'm not. Well, okay, I kind of am. The top 3 planks should extend out by 1. The bottom one is not out, so I just had a corner around it that was messing with my mind. From this particular plank here, this like outermost one, you'll actually extend the top 3x3 forward by 2 rows. Yes, 2 rows of acacia. Just like so. And it should kind of give you this. Those 2 rows can also be brought up an additional well 2. And again, make sure it's a kind of like this part that you're bringing up and not this row. And from the front, you should have 5 rows right now. The top 4 you will bring forward an additional row to, I guess, give you the normal numbers again. And we're almost to the end of the hand, don't worry. Or arm, I mean, not hand. The top outer corner acacia plank, you'll extend both forward and out by 1. And then extend those up with planks that also connect together on that kind of outer corner. So it'll almost give you this kind of. Extend those rows of 2 out an additional 1 and kind of connect them together at the back to create a 3x3. Just like that. Then that 3x3 will extend up with 2 rows of acacia planks and finally a row of blue wool. And that is her arms. Not too bad. I mean, could have been worse. Could have been better, though. I guess that's kind of the motto of this tutorial. Off the front and back of the blue wool, you want to place a bamboo slab just off the very center. Off the left and right of them, you'll place bamboo slabs also off of the outer blue wools, not the center one, basically. And then off any side of blue wool, excluding corners where there isn't a bamboo slab, you'll count down a block and place upside down bamboo slabs. So essentially it's the same zigzag pattern again, because they always exist for some reason. But yeah, it's the same kind of ruffle, I just made it thinner, so it would work better, and I think it looks good. And there you go, there's her arms, not her hands. God, I need to stop saying that. Get rid of your blue wool and get out smooth quartz slabs, along with get rid of your acacia planks and get out prismarine brick slabs. We'll just use these for blocks, although I guess if you want to get rid of your bamboo slabs and get out blocks, you can, but you don't need that many. So on top of the, we'll do it this way. On the center blue wool, you want to place 2 smooth quartz blocks extending up. If you remember, like 40 years ago, not actually, but down on the ruffle there, we did the smooth quartz stairs facing away from that mangrove plank. You want to do the same thing facing away from these smooth quartz blocks. So each side of the bottom, you'll place smooth quartz stairs facing away, and each side of the top, you'll place upside down smooth quartz stairs facing away. And it'll give you this kind of little bend almost in the wrist that just makes her hands not so thick. You'll then place upside down slabs on the corners. And if you take the we'll say the outer upside down smooth quartz slab first. You want to do the following. You're going to extend it up with 2 smooth quartz blocks, then an upside down stair facing in, and then another block. And again, same thing on the other side with the outer one. 2 blocks, upside down stair facing in, and then block. Next row in, you'll place on the, I guess, center one, a block, stair facing forward, upside down stair facing forward, and then block. And again, it'll kind of start to give you almost like a little bit of an indent in the palm. I'll explain it in a sec. The inner row is the same as the outer one was, so it's 2 blocks. This time an upside down stair that faces outward, and then a block again. And it should give you these. Her palm looked too flat when I didn't have anything, so I just added a little bit of an indent. Yeah, it looked pretty decent, at least. The bottom row of blocks you'll extend out with upside down stairs that face out, and then from there you'll go up from either side with 3 blocks or whatever it'll be. I don't know, I was never good with math. Nice. The back of the hand you want to place on the middle row of upside down slabs. You'll place 2 rows of blocks, and then basically on top of the upside down slabs from there along with these blocks, you'll place smooth quartz stairs facing back. Well, kind of back. The center ones will face back, the left ones will face left, and the right ones will face right. And it'll basically make these stairs kind of curve into the back of the hand like so. Doesn't look great, but I had to do something to make the 3x3 into a flatter spot, and that was kind of what I did. From this point, you can take the top of the hand, and on the first, third, and fifth smooth quartz blocks, you want to place upside down smooth quartz stairs facing forward. I'm just going to place prismarine bricks in between to place hold, so I can make these stairs a little bit easier into their places. Places, please. The inner stair on both hands you'll extend up with 2 smooth quartz blocks and then a prismarine brick slab. That prismarine brick slab will also be brought forward with a block. The inner upside down stair you'll extend up with a smooth quartz block and then a smooth quartz slab. You'll then go forward with a prismarine brick, forward with an upside down slab, and then up with a slab. All with prismarine there. And then the outer one you'll do the same, where you start with the smooth quartz block with the slab on top, above the stair. And then this time you'll go forward with a prismarine brick, then forward with a slab, and down with an upside down slab. So really the fingernail curves differently. And it'll give you this. The fingers, or the thumbs, we also kind of need because they're important. Take the smooth quartz stair here on the outside or the inside on both sides and count up by 1 and place a smooth quartz block. Inside of that you want an upside down slab with a slab on top of smooth quartz still. And then in from that smooth quartz slab you'll place a prismarine brick block. And once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Jackie from Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic complete. I apologize. I didn't realize it was going to be like a 4-hour tutorial, yet here we are. Again, I guess I do apologize a little bit. I know some parts of that might have been a little bit confusing to follow, but if you made it to the end, congratulations. If you are in my Discord, I would love to see some images of her, and if you have her in different settings, I don't know. She'd look cool in front of a building. Unfortunately, she'd be bigger than the entire building. But anyway, thank you guys for what you guys did. Enjoy this video. I'm gonna go take a nap, not actually. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Oh, nope, not yet. Peace.